Hey everyone, it's Keith. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to talk about Aquaman. Aquaman is directed by James Wan and it stars Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Patrick Wilson, and Nicole Kidman. After the events of Justice League, Arthur Curry, the Aquaman, embraces his role as the Defender of the Seas, fighting pirates, and I can't really think of anything else that he would do, right? It's kind of just pirates. But he still doesn't want to be king of Atlantis until he learns that his half-brother, King Orm, the current ruler of Atlantis, plans to bring war to the surface world. Warner Brothers' DC Comics-based universe has had a rough go of it since starting with Man of Steel in 2013. They've never really seen the critical or commercial success that I'm sure they were expecting and that their main competitor, Marvel Studios, has enjoyed for many years now. But luckily, Aquaman is a bright spot within that universe. I don't think it's quite as good as last year's Wonder Woman, but it's a close second, and I say that very much as a compliment. Aquaman is, of course, first and foremost an action movie, and I'm happy to say that it's a very well-made one. James Wan is a great action director. This is only his real second outing in the genre after 2015's Fast and Furious 7. No, I'm not counting 2007's Death Sentence starring Kevin Bacon. Wan clearly values audience comprehension, something that seems to be undervalued by a lot of action directors today. He shoots the action scenes in wide angles so you can clearly see who's doing what, where they are in the space, and in relation to each other. And I know that might seem like something that's obvious, but all you have to do is look at a lot of the big action movies today, say anything by Michael Bay, and it's a lot of incomprehensible garbage when it comes to the actual action. On top of that, there are stunning visuals throughout Aquaman, helped enormously by the astounding production design. There simply hasn't been this level of world building since 2009's Avatar. The worlds that they create underwater are amazing. I also want to give a special shout out to the costume design in the movie. If you're a comics purist, you'll definitely walk away happy as far as this goes. Aquaman's orange and green suit made famous in Super Friends, as well as Black Manta and Ocean Master, simply look like they walked off the page. The cast, led by Jason Momoa, is also very good. In addition to the people I mentioned earlier, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Willem Dafoe, and Dolph Lundgren are also in supporting roles here, and honestly, the cast is very good all around. There's not really a weak link among them. Now, I realize I'm heaping a lot of praise on this movie. It's by no means perfect. It's 2 hours, 20 minutes long, which, in my opinion, is just a bit too much for a movie of this sort. I'm of the belief that no action movie should be over 2 hours, unless it's directed by Christopher Nolan. And while the musical score by Harry Gregson Williams, who also did the music for Wonder Woman, by the way, is very good, probably the best comic book movie score since Hans Zimmer did The Dark Knight Rises, occasionally they move away from it in favor of some pop music tracks. It only happens about half a dozen times throughout the entire movie, but every time it falls flat, the worst of which is a cover of Toto's Africa by Pitbull? I'm still scratching my head about that one. There's also a lot of humor in the movie, and even though much of it didn't work for me, the audience I was with seemed to be enjoying themselves quite a bit with it. And honestly, that really speaks volumes as to where the DC movie universe is at. I think that the last couple of years have shown us that Warner Brothers and DC are listening to the viewer feedback about everything being so bleak in their movie universe. And yes, I'm including Justice League in that as well. I think Aquaman is a good sign of things to come. And with next year's Wonder Woman 1984, hopefully we also see a bit more levity come to this universe. Aquaman is absolutely a step in the right direction. It's a fun, action-packed popcorn movie with great visuals, and while I doubt anyone's going to be campaigning for it to be nominated for Best Picture Oscar next year, it's absolutely worth your time seeing it in theaters. Aquaman gets a 7 out of 10. Honestly, it almost got an 8 from me. I wrestled with that notion the last couple of days. I hope you've enjoyed this movie review. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.